Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to tackle a problem that's all about comparing decimal numbers. So let's work it out. Okay, so in all of my working it out videos, what I like to do is really tackle a problem, a word problem, and just talk about my strategies. And just as I'm doing the problem, I'm just kind of thinking out loud, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to help you with your test taking strategies when it comes to your test at the end of the year. So what I like to do first is just read the full word problem, try to dig in and understand it a little better. So let me read it through once. It says 4 swimmers recorded their race times in a recent swim meet. Their times were 55.8 seconds, 54.2 seconds, 49.9 seconds, and 51.1 seconds. Then I'm going to read the question. That's really important. Which of the following shows a correct comparison of the times? Okay, and before I even look at those answer choices, sometimes it's tempting to just read a problem real quick and then just pick one, just, your first idea that you have, you just pick it real quick. But I like to take a little bit longer, be a little bit more thoughtful, and then I feel so much more confident about my choice that I end up choosing. So let's take a look at what numbers or words we think are super important to solve the problem. So I'm going to read through it again to kind of hunt for those. So it says 4 swimmers recorded their race times in a recent swim meet. Okay, so even if I don't know a whole lot about swimming, that first sentence just kind of sets it up. These are different times for something. Okay, then it says their times were 55, and I'm going to try to say this the mathematical way. So 55 and 8/10. Okay, then we've got 54 and 2/10 of a second. 49 and 9/10 seconds, and 51 and 1/10 seconds. So I think first of all, I'm just gonna highlight all of those times. I feel like those are really important for comparing. And I'm spotting those also down in those answer choices. So it's kind of good to look at those too as you go. I'm seeing all of those numbers down there. Okay, and then it says, which of the following shows a correct comparison? Sometimes you're looking for the incorrect comparison or incorrect answer. This one, we just want the right one, the correct one. So let's highlight that so we don't forget. And now I think that we've spotted all the important things. We've thought more about what this problem means. Now it's time to get our scratch paper out and work alongside it. So I always like to think about, okay, here's my computer, and then my scratch paper is right next to it, and I'm writing stuff down just to feel more confident about my choice. All right, let's get that up and we'll continue. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is how I like to jot down the numbers, or in this case, the answer choices when I'm looking at a problem, because it could be really easy to just look at it quickly, think, oh, I know what the right one is, and just pick it. But sometimes we make mistakes when we go that fast. So I take my time and write down all of the answer choices. And that way I won't forget to compare all of them. I really want to try each answer choice just to make sure I feel confident and make sure I really have the right one in my head. And another piece of advice I have is sometimes it is fun to look at a problem and say, oh, I think it's this choice. But then work it out and see if your first idea was the correct one. So that would be fun too. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a look at just choice A. I'm going to start with that one. It says that 54 and 2/10 is greater than 55 and 8/10. And the way to make sure you know what the symbol is saying is sometimes I like to think about it like, okay, this side has 2 dots, so that's going to be the greater one. This side has 1 dot, so that's going to be the smaller one. Okay, so let's see if that is true. Sometimes I also like to stack up the 2 numbers just to really make sure I'm comparing them correctly. So now I can see that I start with the largest place value. Those 5s are the same. Then I move over to the next smallest one, and 4 and 5 are different. So which one is greater? Okay, you got it. That 5 is greater. So that means this whole number is greater. 55 is bigger than 54. So is that one true? Is that one correct? Okay, you're right. It is not. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate that one. Okay, and I like to write it over here too, because on the computer sometimes it can be hard to eliminate choices. So I like to, keep track down here too. Okay, now let's try B. Get rid of that for a second. B says 51 and 1/10 is less than, it's going the other way, so less than 49 and 9/10. Okay, and at first glance you might be thinking, oh, that 1 is smaller than that 9, but let's double check. 51 and 1/10, 49 and 9/10. Okay, let's start by comparing the largest place value though, not the smallest one. 5 is bigger than 4, so actually that 51.1 is the greater number, so that symbol should be going the other way. So let's get rid of B. Okay, now let's take a look at C. I see 54 and 2/10 is greater than 51 and 1/10. Okay, once again, I'm going to jot it down just to be safe. Okay, the 5s are the same, so I can't compare those, but the ones place are different. So 4 or 1, which one's greater? Okay, awesome. 4 is greater, so this whole number is greater, and that's what this one says. Okay, so I'm going to put a little star or a happy face or something next to it so that I know that that one is looking good. Okay, I do that because I want to go ahead and check the last choice. I don't want to be too quick to pick something because sometimes I do make mistakes. Even adults make mistakes, and so if choice D looked like, oh wait, that one might be good, then I could go back and double check things. Okay, so let's start with the largest place value, 4 and 5. Which one is bigger? Okay, that 5 is bigger. That means 51 and 1/10 is bigger. Oh, but this one is saying that the 49 is bigger. So let's get rid of choice D. And then, look, our choice that we kind of thought about is correct. C is the correct answer. Okay, so great job working this problem out. We really took our time and it was worth it because we feel really good about our answer choice. All right, I will see you next time for the next problem. Have a great day.